Hello, everyone. Good day from wherever you are watching us. You're all welcome to our book review today. So today we'll be reviewing the second aspect or the second part of this book. It's That Frog by Brian Tracy. It's a wonderful book we started reading last week, and today we're going to be having the second review, which will be the last review for this book. So who has been following this review? It's been a wonderful time listening. It's been a wonderful time reading, studying, and learning from this author, Brian Tracy. So today, come along, come and join me. Let us review and let us learn. Let us pick something and begin to run and continue our journey. Let us learn from this author, this wonderful author, Brian Tracy. So say hello, say hi. Let us know where you are streaming from. Let us know where you are watching from. What are your expectations? What do you expect from this session? Yes. All right. So we'll move straight into our book review. It's That Frog. I will be reviewing chapter 12 and all through to the end. And chapter 12, the author, he said we should leverage on our special talents. So we must learn as parents to leverage on our special talents. What is that talent you have that you know it's special to you? What is that thing you like to do? We must learn to leverage on it. We must learn to use it for good. Now, continually ask yourself, what am I really good at? What are you good at? The truth is that we are all good at something. You might feel yours is not so important, but you're good at something. So ask yourself, what are you good at? What am I good at? Leverage it. What do you enjoy to do the most? What do you enjoy about your work? What do you enjoy about life in general? What do you enjoy? What do you see people do and you appreciate and you enjoy it? Leverage on it. Now, what has been most responsible for your success? What has been responsible for your success in the past? Leverage on your strengths. We all have strength, but we must learn to leverage on our strength. Then when we leverage on our strength, when we are able to identify our strength, it is our duty to develop a personal plan, a plan that will help us, that can prepare us to achieve important tasks in an excellent way. It is our duty to plan, even when you've identified your strengths, you've identified that thing you're good at. It is also your responsibility to plan how you can use these strengths for your benefits. Then the next chapter, which is identify your key constraints. What are your constraints? What are those things limiting you? The truth is that between where we are today and any goal or objective that we want to accomplish, there is one major constraint. Between where we are today as parents, as individuals, and any goal or objective that we want to accomplish, there is one major constraint, and that constraint we can overcome it when we focus on our goal, when we are able to even identify what the constraint is. So what is that thing that is of constraint to you? What is that thing preventing you? What is that thing limiting you from achieving your goal? You must first of all come to the point of awareness. You must first of all be aware that this is a constraint. This thing is what is limiting me. How can I work my way around it? Now, identify your most important goal in life today. What is your most important goal in life? Do you have a goal? What is that thing that is of most importance to you as a parent, as an adult, as an individual? What is that thing? Identify it. What is that one goal that if you achieve it, you're going to feel fulfilled? What is that one goal that if you achieve it, you're going to feel, okay, I've added so much value? What is that one goal that if you achieve it, you're going to feel so good about yourself? You must first of all identify it first. Now, when you identify your goal, when we are able to identify our goal, the next thing we should do as parents is to determine the constraints. The constraint, it could be internal constraints, it could be external constraint that sets us apart, that prevents us from accomplishing that goal. Now, all of us have constraints. Your constraint might be different from the other person's own, but we need to sit down and ask ourselves, what is that thing preventing me from achieving that goal? What is that one thing that is just standing between me and my goal? What is that thing making me not to reach where I want to reach? What is that thing making me not to get to that point I want to get to? What is that thing holding me back? Is it my limitation? Is it my limited mindset? Is it fear? Is it procrastination? Is it waiting for everything to be perfect? Is it waiting for the whole situation to be perfect? We must have these conversations. We must ask ourselves, because the truth is that we being successful, we achieving our goal, it comes from the point of reflection. It comes from the point of we understanding, reflecting on these things first. So we must learn to ask ourselves. They ask yourself, what is holding you back? When you identify what is holding you back, you begin to take action immediately. You begin to analyze, take action, move into action, and begin to overcome that thing that is holding you back. If it's limited mindset, if it's your limitation, begin to fill up those limitations, those limited mindset with the word of God. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect, can you start? Can you move into action? So we must ask ourselves, what is that thing holding me? What is that thing limiting me? Why am I not making progress towards my goal? We must ask ourselves. When we understand, when we realize, when we see that thing that is holding us, we move into action. Then the other chapter, he said, put the pressure on yourself. Now we must set aligned deadlines for our tasks, deadlines for our goals. Our goals must be timely. We must have time for our goal. It shouldn't just be a vague goal. It shouldn't just be a goal you want to achieve whenever and whenever. We must have deadlines. We must set these deadlines for ourselves, because these deadlines help us to be committed in a way. These deadlines help us know that, okay, we have a deadline. I need to work on this goal and get it done and start up another thing. So what is your deadline for your goals? For your goals, do you have a deadline? Do you have a time frame? When do you want those goals to be implemented? When do you want those goals to be achieved? We must set those deadlines. We must raise the bar for ourselves. We must try to put ourselves in this position of, okay, I need to achieve this, so I don't have any time to waste. I need to put all my effort onto this activity so I can achieve it. So we must set deadlines. Set deadlines for yourself. Set deadlines on where you want to get your activity done. Then the other thing we should do as parents, write out every step of a major project, a major job before you begin. So before you begin a task, before you begin a project, before you begin anything, what are the steps? What are the things you need to do? What are the plans you need to make? Because the truth is that one of the ways we can be successful is even planning. Planning our activity before we start it. It helps us to achieve that activity a whole lot than not planning. So you want to start up a project, you want to start up an activity, can you begin to plan? What are the things you need to do? You want to read a book, can you plan? Do you need to buy the book? Have you bought the book? Do you need to get the book from someone? Have you gotten the book? So we need to plan our activities ahead of time. Then the other thing we should do is to maximize our personal powers. We all have personal powers. We all know what we are good at. We all have our energy circles. Some of us are very energetic in the morning. Can we begin to maximize our energy circles? When you are energetic in the morning, you can do a whole lot of activities in the morning. Can you begin to maximize it and do a whole lot of activities in the morning? And when your energy is dropping, you can now begin to do routine activities. Analyze your current energy levels. Now set your daily habit based on your current energy levels. What are your energy levels? When are those times you feel, oh, your energy level is high, you can achieve a lot, you can do a lot? Analyze it and begin to infuse your daily habits based on what your energy levels are. Begin to do high tasks, high activities that you need to think, you need to commit to it. You need to do a whole lot. Begin to do those activities when your energy level is high. That is why we need to identify our energy levels and maximize it. It's not just enough to identify it. It's also good we maximize our energy level. Then select one activity or behavior you can change immediately to improve your overall level of health and energy. When you're able to identify your energy level, what is that one activity you can begin to work on? You can begin to improve. You can begin to switch your energy level with. So for example, if you're energetic in the morning, okay, you can read in the morning, you can think, you can do big tasks in the morning. Can you begin to switch your activity, switch your behavior, begin to do those tasks in the morning? Then probably during the daytime, if you're not so much energetic during the day, maybe in the afternoon or late evening, you can begin to switch your activities and do routine activities. So when we identify our energy level, we begin to make changes on our activities based on our energy level. Then the other one, we have to motivate ourselves into action. Do you know that sometimes motivation does not come? You as an individual have to motivate yourself into action. I hear some people say, I want to read a book, but I'm not motivated. Sometimes you might not be motivated to read a book, but motivation comes when you pick up that book and start to read. Within 2 minutes, within 5 minutes, you just find out that, okay, I think I'm enjoying this book. I would like to continue this book. So don't sit down and wait for motivation. Sometimes that motivation might not just come. Motivation might come, or will come when you start to do. So the way motivation comes is when you start to do. So as a parent, as an individual, motivate yourself into action. The motivation should be intrinsic. It should come from within. It shouldn't just be external. We must learn to motivate ourselves. Control your thoughts. Remember, you become what you think about most of the time. We become what we think as parents, as individuals most of the time. That is why we have to control our thoughts. So what are you thinking? Think of positive thoughts. Think of thoughts that will elevate you. Think of thoughts that will take you higher. Think of thoughts that will motivate you. Motivate yourself from within. And it also comes from our thoughts, what we think about, our ability to control our thoughts. Then keep your mind positive by accepting complete responsibility for yourself and for everything that happens to you. Keep your mind positive. Be positive. Accept complete responsibility for your life. The truth is that the time has come where we have to stop the blame game. Most of us blame everybody but not ourselves. We blame everybody for not being successful. We blame everybody for not achieving this and that, for not having this opportunity. But what if we begin to look within us? We blame everybody but we don't blame ourselves. But do you know it is our responsibility? We have full control. We need to take responsibility. We have to be responsible for our life, for our choices and everything that happens to us. When we begin to come from this point of, okay, I'm responsible for myself, you will not blame anybody. Even when you know someone has done something that they has not done what they are supposed to do, you take up the responsibility. You're an adult. You're a parent now. You take up the responsibility and begin to reparent yourself. If you feel your parents would have done better, now you know, okay, begin to reparent yourself. Begin to recreate yourself. Make yourself to be that version that God has created you to be. So we must take full charge, full responsibility of our thoughts, our decisions, our actions, and everything that happens around us. Then the other thing we need to do as is to get out of, technological time sinks. We must get out of technological time sink. Technology is very good. It is very important. It has a lot of benefits. It has a lot of advantage, but we must be in charge. We must be in charge. We must be in charge, in control of our technology use, in control of our time, in control of everything we do. We are in charge. We must resolve as parents to create zone of silence during the day activity. Resolve to have quiet time. Resolve to have zones of silence. Sometimes you can see when we are eating, no phones. When we are eating, nobody's making any call. When we are eating, we're going to have conversation. We're going to connect. We're going to bond as a family. So create zones of silence in your home. Everywhere should not be technology on, nobody's connecting, no connection, no attachment. Create zones of silence in your home. Resolve to take one full day off. Take time to spend time with your family. Spend time with nature. Go out. Just take time away from technology because we are in charge. We should not allow technology to control us. Rather, we should control our use of technology. Then the other thing we need to do is that we must plan our tasks as parents. We must plan our tasks. We must be action oriented. Don't wait for perfection. Don't wait till everything is 100%. Don't wait till you have everything all figured out before you will start. What if you begin to start now? What if you start now and along the way it becomes clearer? Along the way it becomes okay, it's making sense. Things are adding up. It's becoming like a pattern. It's adding up. The puzzles are coming together. Get into action. Your goals, move into action in your goal. Don't wait till the whole situation, the whole conditions are perfect. Don't wait till you have you have everything ready before you start. You might wait for too long. Move into action and begin to achieve your goal. Then the other thing we need to do, develop a sense of urgency. Time management is life management. When you manage your time, you manage your life. Develop a sense of urgency. Whatever you're doing, the goals you have, can you begin to act with a sense of urgency? Resolve today to develop a sense of urgency in everything you do. Do it now. That thing you can do now, do it now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't procrastinate and say, oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Do it now. Develop a sense of urgency. It is very important for us as parents to help us in achieving our. Then we must single task. So we must learn to single task. Single task, not multitasking. Do you know multitasking reduces productivity? So we must learn to single task. That activity you want to do, focus on it. Get done with it before you move over to the next activity. Focus on your most important activity. What is that activity that is of most important to you now? What is that thing you need to do that is of most importance, most priority to you, and for you now? Do it now. You need to focus with your children. You need to spend time with your children. Spend quality time. Don't be there juggling up different things and you're not spending time. Be there. Be fully there. Be involved and be present. So we must learn to perform one task per time, get done with it, and move over to the next task. It helps to improve our productivity. So that is it. That is all from our book. Eat That Frog. We are done. Yes, we have successfully reviewed this book. Wonderful book. Great book. You can get a copy and continue to refresh your mind. Reread. You can get a copy. So thank you for joining us. Drop it in the comment section. What have you learned from this book? What is that one thing you're going to pick and begin to implement? For me, I've learned not to multitask. I've learned to focus on one task per time. I've learned to act with the sense of urgency. I've learned to be focused on the goal, to keep my eyes on the goal, to move into action. So drop it in the comment section. What is that one thing you've learned? What is that thing you're going to be doing differently? Even if you're catching a replay, drop it in the comment section. Let us see. Please remember to share this video. Share with your friends, your family. Let us grow. Let us make the world a better place, because the truth is that we don't get to the point that we say we are done growing. You don't get to a stage of your life and say, oh, I'm done learning. No, growth is a journey. So we have to learn continuously and we have to learn every day. So that is it from me to you. We are done with this book, and next week we'll be reviewing a beautiful book, Deep Work by Cal Newport. Yes, a wonderful book. I'm sure you would like to be there. So you would like to be with us to learn. So it is very important for us to keep learning and keep growing. So till I come your way next time, thank you for your time. I really do appreciate your time. I do not take your time for granted. I am so honored for you to be here to listen to me. Let us make the world a better place. Spread this message. Share with your friends, your family, and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Renewed Parents Academy. Till I come your way next time, do have a great day and see you later. Bye.